Welcome AARP friends. My name is Sergio and I am a volunteer with AARP Delaware. During these times, it is so important to stay calm and be focused. That is why we are bringing to you this fall a yoga series. Each session features Erin Shivone, a yoga trainer who will take you through a gentle yet invigorating class and get you moving and feeling great throughout your day. It's all part of AARP's goal to help you take on today and live your best life. And as always, please consult your physician before beginning any exercise program. Enjoy the class and share it with your friends. Over to you, Erin.
Thank you, Sergio. Welcome, friends. Welcome to our gentle yoga class. As Sergio mentioned, you want to make sure you consult your physician anytime you start a new exercise program, such as yoga. And I'm so happy to have you back here with us today. If you're new, my name is Erin Shivone, and I will be guiding you through the next 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and get comfortable. I'm going to scoot back. Now I have a chair, which you'll see here. You're more than welcome to use a chair, or you can come down onto the ground, however you're comfortable. Okay. And I'm actually going to bring us all the way down onto the ground today. So let's start on our backs. Sort of calling me right now. So each day is different, right? So the way we start our yoga practice could be different. Sometimes we're in a seated position, sometimes we're down on our backs, sometimes we're sitting in a chair or even standing. So let's go ahead and start today if it feels okay for you, if it feels comfortable for you on your back. Otherwise, you can stay in the chair. Good. Slowly coming down. You can walk the feet in and either keep the legs bent, or you can allow the knees to move out to the side, placing the palms, the hands, onto the chest and the belly. Now, if it feels like this is too much for the hips to start off with, go ahead and support the knees by finding pillows or blankets around you, or blocks if you have them in your home, and just placing them under the knees. And we're going to begin to connect to our breath. So we start our practice by connecting to breath, because so many of us move through our day and we don't notice our breath. How many times have you noticed your breath today? Yeah, many of you probably just answered 0. So let's go ahead, inhale into your bottom hand. Allow that breath to move up into the chest. Exhale from the chest all the way down, emptying the belly. And we're moving into this 3-part breath. So we breathe into the belly, that breath moves up through the abdomen and then up into the chest. We exhale from the chest down through the abdomen, emptying the belly completely. Just as the ocean, ebbs and flows, coming in and out with the tides, so does the breath. You can even visualize yourself sitting on your beach of choice, your favorite beach. Looking out at the waves. Let's imagine it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. And there's a light breeze. And you feel at peace on this beach. There's no one around. And as you watch the waves come in and out, you feel your body relaxing even more. The tension that you had in your body before arriving to this beach is melting away. Tension around the eyes, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the back. Letting it all go. Bring your awareness back to all the areas of your body that are touching the ground. Coming back to the environment around you. Take your hands down to guide the knees back in towards each other. Bringing the palms together in front of your heart center to set your intention for your practice. Good. And hold that intention with you as we begin to move our bodies. So I'm going to reach down for my strap. You don't need a strap. But if you have something, if you want to use something as an extension of your arms, just so that way your arms aren't lifting off of the mat, the shoulders can stay relaxed down on the ground. So a towel, a blanket, a belt. You're going to take the right knee in, grabbing a hold of the strap or whatever you're using, wrapping it around the foot. Other option is holding onto the leg and drawing it in. So we feel this opening in the hamstring muscles. Keeping the left leg bent or straighten it down onto the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And we're going to bend the right knee. You can keep holding onto the strap, maybe walking your hand up closer towards your foot, or grab a hold of the leg to bring the knee down towards the right shoulder, down towards the ground. Trying to lift the foot up slightly towards the ceiling. So it might be here, it might be here. Good. Left hand can be on top of the left hip, gently guiding that hip down because it wants to follow the right leg. It wants to lift off of the mat. Stay with your breath. Good. Straightening the leg back up, kicking through the heel. Straps can be in either hand. And now we're going to take the strap or whatever you're using into your left hand or grabbing a hold of the outside of the right leg to gently bring the foot across the body, just a few inches. You can take your thumb into the crease of the top of the right leg and gently pull down towards the ground, bringing the right hip down into the socket. Feeling this nice stretch in the glutes and the outside of the leg. Take it just far enough so that way you feel this stretch. You can still allow the breath to flow. You're not holding the breath. You can find micro movements, bringing the foot up closer and then releasing it. Notice where you feel that in the body. Good. And then bring the leg back up through center. Now you can use a chair off to your right. You can use a stack of pillows or blankets. I am going to place a block out to the right. Good. Starting on a higher height, and then you can bring it down lower. I'm going to take that a little bit further away from my body. So we're opening the right leg out to the side. Left hand can stay on the left hip. This particular pose is not going to work today. Another option is grabbing a hold of the inside of the leg and take the knee out towards the right. Breathing into the inside, the inner thigh on the right leg. Good. Bring that right leg back up. We're going to cross it over again to the left. Just a few inches over to the left. Again, grabbing a hold at the top of the right leg, pulling it down towards the ground. Bring it back up. Draw the knee in towards your chest, and let's find circles. Just one direction and the other. And now we're going to switch sides. So bring the foot down, straighten the leg, bring the left leg in. Taking the strap around the left foot. So the more you draw it in towards your body, the more you're going to feel this in the back of the leg. We don't want to force our bodies. We're just warming them up, finding a gentle stretch, maybe a soft knee to start. And then bring the foot over to the right, taking the thumb to the top of the left leg as an option to gently guide it down. Giving yourself your own adjustment here. Good. Kicking through the heel. You feel it even more. You can notice if you bend the leg and you don't activate and you don't kick through that heel, you don't feel it as intense. So you can decide. And then if you kick through the heel and you drop the left hip down, whoo, hello, IT band. You can feel that on the outside of the hip. And then bring the leg back up. We'll be able to revisit this in a minute. Bend the knee in towards your chest. Good. And then we're going to straighten the leg up and open the leg out to the side. So I need to scoot to the right slightly. Taking this left leg out. And this time I'm going to find a wall since it's there and it's very convenient. So each side you can find something different in your home. Maybe this side you find a table, a chair. Feel the gentle stretch, the elongation of the muscle on this left side, or muscles. Keep breathing, meeting any tension with the breath, any discomfort. Good. Bring that leg back up. And we're going to cross it over again, over to the right. Softening the jaw. The muscles around the eyes. Inhale, bring the leg back up, bend the knee in. You can release the strap, placing it off to the side. And finding circles with this left leg. One direction. And then the other. Good. Bending both legs, hug them in toward your knees. Might feel good to rock gently up and back. And then bring the feet down onto the mat. On your inhale, we're going to lift the hips up. And after this pose, we'll take a little water break before we move to our standing poses. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift your hips up. So coming into bridge roll-ups to warm up the spine here. And this time, if you want to hold it, press your feet down. Try to relax your glutes. Backs of the arms are pressing down. Stay here, or if it feels comfortable, you can roll and tuck one shoulder under, the opposite shoulder under, interlacing the fingers. Stay with your breath. And then release your hands. Slowly lower your hips down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And we're going to roll over onto our sides, coming up to a seated position. And we're going to make our way to stand. But if you want to grab a little drink, you're welcome to. I'm going to grab my water. Good. Coming to the top of the mat. On your inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands back down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down by your side. Good. We're going to shift the weight into our left foot, lifting the right heel. So lifting that right heel. We'll start on this side. Left foot is going to root down. Find that crown of the head, lifting you up towards the ceiling. Stay here or lift the foot off of the mat. See if you can make your spine even longer. Good. Slowly bring the foot back down. Lift the right leg back up, cross it over the left. You can hold on to a chair if you'd like here. Taking the feet a little bit wider. Inhale, exhale, we're going to fold. You can bring your hands down to blocks or whatever prop that you're using. So this particular pose brings us back into the IT band, that sheath that runs along the outside of the leg, from the knee to the hip. You might feel that. And sometimes that sheath gets tight on our body.
So this is a good pose to bring in to stretch that area. Inhale, come back up. Uncross the legs. Place the foot down. Good, and we'll move to the opposite side. Shift the weight into your right foot this time. Lift your left leg. Good. Can you get a little taller? Feel your breath. Excellent. Bring the leg back down. Cross ankle over ankle. Opposite way this time. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to fold. Sink back into the heels slightly. And then hands can come to the hips. As you come all the way up, uncross the legs, give your legs a shake. If you want to take another water break, you'll notice I take water breaks a lot. Place out down by the side. We're going to step our feet a little bit further apart. Coming into warrior two. Taking the right toes facing away from the body. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sinking into your warrior two pose. Your hand can be on the chair. You could be sitting in the chair if you'd like. Scoot back slightly. Good. Feel your tailbone moving down towards the ground. Nice long spine again. So we're sinking down, but we're lifting up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to straighten our right leg, reaching forward to find triangle pose. Reach, reach, reach. Bringing the hand down to the inside of the right leg. Left hand is going to open that hip back behind us. You can feel that engagement in the inner thigh. Stay here or take your arm up towards the ceiling. This right hand can also be on the chair. On your next inhale, come back up. Move into your warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Left hand is going to find the outside of the left leg. Right palm reaches up. We're going to take it back behind us. And then bring the breath up. Inhale, move back to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Take your left toes parallel your right. Inhale, arms are going to lift. Exhale, hands down to your hips. Inhale, switching sides, moving into our warrior two on the opposite side. Good. Triangle pose. Straightening the left leg. Draw that left leg back into the socket as you reach forward. Top shoulder is going to reach back for the wall behind me. It's not going to touch it today, but I'm going to take it back there. Good. Feel that nice stretch in the inner thigh. Keep reaching, lengthening, lengthening. You're getting taller and taller. And then bring your hand down to the inner thigh. Stay here or lift that arm up. Gaze can follow if it feels okay for your neck. If this strains your neck, keep your gaze out in front of you or even down towards the ground. Good. Inhale, come back up, bending into that left knee. Reverse your warrior. So we're keeping nice deep bend in this left leg. There's a tendency when we take our hand back that we bring our bodies back with it. Inhale, back up to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Ooh, those muscles feel warm now, don't they? Bring the feet in slightly. Good. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, let's fold forward. Hands can come to a prop or the outside of the legs. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands down by your side. Let's take our legs a little bit wider again. We're going to come into warrior two for a second time. Inhale, arms are going to lift. Exhale, right toes face away from the body, sinking into your warrior two. Inhale and exhale. Triangle pose, straightening that right leg, reaching away from the body. Reach, reach, reach. We're going to come into it a second time. Okay, let's see if it feels different this time. Good. Pressing your feet down and then draw them in towards you. So you're engaging the inner thigh muscles as you bring the legs in towards each other. Taking the arm up if you'd like. Or maybe you bring it to your lower back. Inhale, come back up. This time we're going to keep a straight leg and we're going to reverse our warrior. Good. Inhale, reaching back up. Right toes come in, parallel the left. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, warrior two, opposite side. Starting to feel stronger in this pose. These warrior poses, there's a reason why they're called warriors. There's a strength in this pose. Really working our muscles to be able to maintain, to hold this a little bit longer. And then triangle, reaching forward, bring your hand down, open up, twisting from the torso. Good. Inhale. Come back up. Reverse it.
That did not want to come out. Reverse your warrior with a straight leg. Feels different, doesn't it? You can even sink in. See how it feels here versus a straight leg. Good. Inhale, come back up. Left toes are going to parallel the right. We're going to bring our feet in towards each other and shake out your legs. I know we had our legs wider for a few poses there. Good. Hands are down by your side. Tree pose, Vrikshasana, before we come down onto our mats again. So shift the weight into your left foot. We'll start by opening up the right knee. Bending the right knee, take it out to the side. The toes can stay on the ground and you can shimmy the foot over to find the standing leg, pressing these two in towards each other. Inhale. How long, okay, how tall can you get right now? Lengthening the crown up towards the ceiling. Stay here or lifting the foot off of the mat. Find your focal point, find your drishti to set your gaze. Stay with the breath. And then bring the knee back to center. Bring the leg down. Shake the legs out. And we'll move to the opposite side. You can always have a hand on the chair. Shift the weight into your right foot. And feel the heel on the right foot. Feel the ball of the foot. Feel the toes. Spread those toes wide and place them down onto the mat. And then press your foot down in the heel and the big toe, ball of the foot, to feel a gentle lift in the inner arch. So you've engaged the surface of the right foot to feel more stable here. Open up the knee out to the side, drawing the belly button in. Find your drishti, your focal point to set your gaze. Mind is focusing on the breath. One more. And then bring the knee back to center. Place the foot down. Give both legs a little shake here. Good. And we're going to make our way down onto the mat. If you want to grab a sip of water on your way down, you can. Good. And then placing that down. We're going to come to all fours. If you want to use a blanket under the knees, I like to use it because our floor here is hardwood, so it's not very forgiving on the knees. If you're on carpet, it's a little gentler. And I'm going to face you just so you can see where we're going here. It's a little bit easier if I'm facing you for this particular pose. So I'm on all fours with my knees on the blanket. We're going to take the right leg and we're going to make circles. So drawing circles, one direction. And then the other. Getting into the hips a little bit more. Good. And now I'm going to extend my right leg out to the side. Walking the hands in towards my body. Gate pose. Parigasana. Right hand is going to reach down the outside of the right leg. Left arm is going to reach up towards the ceiling. So you can stay here or you can take your arm over to the right. gaze can go towards the left shoulder or up towards your hand. Inhale, come back up. We're going to bring our hands down to the mat, walking them over to the right. And then on your exhale, sink back towards the left heel. Good. Inhale, walk your hands back, lift the leg up, and step the knee down. I'm going to take blocks out in front of me. And I'm going to step the right foot forward between the blocks. From here, I'm going to walk the right foot out, slightly bringing the hand to the inside of the leg. So I'm using blocks here to keep a straight spine. Right? So we don't want a lot of rounding to happen. We want to really keep the integrity of the spine. This is a very deep hip opener, lizard pose. Good. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. And to come out of this pose, we're going to walk our foot back, step the right foot back. Good. You can move your hips side to side a little. That always feels good. And now we'll move to the opposite side. So taking the left leg out, making little circles, drawing circles in the air with the knee, starting small and then getting bigger. Switching directions. And then take the left leg out away from the body. Toes are facing forward. Walk your hands in. Good. Slowly reach down the outside of the left leg. Right arm is going to reach up. One more breath here. Oh, and then bring the hand down. Walking the hands, you can use your blocks if you'd like. Walking the hands over towards the left foot, sink back towards the right heel. This brings in a nice stretch in the inner thigh. And as I mentioned before, all of these poses might not work for everyone's body, right? So just decide how you want to modify. You can follow me into a pose. You can work here instead of walking your hands over. You could be in a chair. And then walk your hands back. Bring the knee down, and we're going to step the foot forward. Good. And this side might feel different. You might want your prop to be a little bit higher or lower. Walking your hands to the inside of the leg. So on the right foot, the toes can be pressing down into the ground, feeling that connection there, or the toes can be tucked if that feels better for your knee. But wherever you are, find your breath. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. You're going to hear me remind you constantly to breathe. And it sounds crazy, right? We shouldn't have to be reminded to breathe, but we all need to be reminded to breathe sometimes. Without even realizing it, we hold our breath. When we're in a stressful situation, we might hold our breath. Or if we're feeling fear in our bodies, we can hold our breath. If we're in a yoga pose and we come in too far, too deep, we might hold our breath. So I'm going to constantly be your reminder to breathe. Good. Ooh, walk the foot back, step it in towards your body. Take your knees a little bit wider, move your hips side to side. And if it feels okay for your body, go ahead and sit back onto your heels. And we're only going to stay here a minute. You might need to take something to sit on between the ankles, maybe one, maybe two, right? Just to stretch out the tops of the legs. Hero pose. And then coming out of this pose if you came into it. Placing my blocks there. And we're going to come onto our backs. So you can keep a blanket next to you in case you want a blanket or pillow for Shavasana for your legs. Okay. So we're going to come all the way down. Move this out of the way. Good. Just as we started, or just as some of us started our practice today, because I know we all started in different places, go ahead and bring your knees in. Take your knees wide away from the body. We're going to make circles. Bring them in towards each other. Exhale, take them wide. Good. And then bring the feet down. Take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Lift the left foot off of the mat. Coming into supine pigeon here. Big hip opener. So lizard is a big hip opener. Pigeon is a big hip opener. So we strengthened those muscles when we were standing. And now we're taking an opportunity to lengthen them. Because both are needed. Bring the left foot down, straighten the right leg up, hug it in. And then place it down onto the mat. Opposite side, left ankle on top of right knee, lifting the right foot off of the mat. Good. On your next exhale, lower the right foot down, straighten your left leg, draw it in towards your body. You can even make circles with that ankle. And then bring the left foot down. Walk your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Gently drop your knees over to the right. So we're coming into a twist before we move into our final pose today, which is Shavasana. Inhale, bring your knees up through center. Exhale, over to the left. Good. Shavasana, whenever you're ready. For Shavasana, like I said, you can use a blanket if you like under the knees.
like so. Or you can bring your feet up onto a chair, or you can finish in a seated position. Take a nice deep inhale. On your exhale, sigh it out your mouth. And as you sigh out through your mouth, feel your body relaxing down into the ground a little bit more. Starting at the top of the head, feeling this gentle release of any tension, melting down through the facial muscles, the jaw, the backs of the eyes, the shoulders, fingers, all the way down the body through the back, in front of the body, into the hips, the legs, down the legs, out each and every toe. A complete relaxation of body and mind. It has been an honor to practice with you today. I hope to see you again soon. And I invite you to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, but give yourself at least 5 minutes to reap the benefits of this asana, this pose. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.